I have two questions. One is about the management decision making in terms of your proposal as thinking, crafting, and art. No, but what do you think about the biases developed by Tversky and Kahneman and this program, this research program, the sources of this research, because you didn't include it in your work. So it seems to me like there is a separation between your findings and the and this way to understand decision making. So the first question is about what do you think about the work of Tversky and Kahneman and this line of research? Because we know your discussion with Herbert Simon many years ago. This is popular, and this is a special chapter in the development of science in management. So, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, here, if you look at this, it comes through on two sides. But anyway, I don't know. Here, let's try it here. This is what you're talking about. It's also got stuff on
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, art, craft, science.
Yeah.
Management, yeah, it's over there. And management happens in the middle. Not much science, a lot of craft, which is experience-based, and management is much more experience-based than evidence-based, and art, or creativity or insight or vision. We use those words for the artistic side of management, and experience is the craft side of management. And management is where those things come together with some science, but not much compared to medicine or engineering. So we have all three, and they're all important. Business schools tend to give too much attention to the science, and we run a program called the IMPM, impm.org, which sits experienced managers at small round tables, and they spend half their time learning from each other, and half the time learning from us, and half the time learning from each other, because they come with 10, they're in their 40s mostly. They come with 10 or more years of managerial experience, and so they have a lot to give to each other. And that's key. Now, Kahneman, Tversky, I'm not sure what the connection is. I mean, I think their work is important and illustrating of the problems of thinking first sometimes, and the need to get past it. But I'm not sure what you mean. Maybe you might want to say something else.
Yeah, because this way to understand decision making are not considered by you in your writing. So I wonder why, because this program reveals many bias that managers have in their daily work.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah, and I guess maybe certainly not a criticism what they did or did, but yeah, I mean, I'm just not sort of there in terms of these built-in biases that people have. I'm not a psychologist or a sociologist, but particularly a psychologist, so I'm not so attuned to human frailties and human weaknesses. Although I touch upon maybe something related in something I'm doing now, where I talk about rebalancing ourselves, not just our societies, but ourselves. And I say basically a little bit like Maslow's needs hierarchy theory. I say that we have three fundamental needs: the need for consumption, the need for protection, and the need for affiliation. So and if we have too little of those or too much of them, we go bad. So we need to find a balance. And of course, business mostly supplies consumption. government mostly looks after protection or does some of that, and community looks after affiliation or relationships. But too much, so we're getting into Kahneman and Tversky is when you have too much or too little of those. Too much affiliation and you become passive, or you know, you're too influenced by crowds. Too little affiliation, you become angry. So too much consumption, you waste. Too little consumption, you starve. Too much protection, you're passive. Too little protection, you're fearful. So that's a new kind of a bit of a new framework. It's really Maslow needs hierarchy, but slightly different. There's
Okay, so